Hi everyone, my name is Nicola. I am simply a stitcher. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, it's great to have you, and if you are returning, thank you for coming and spending some more time with me today. So today I'm going to do a stitch with me, and you may already have a clue by the needle minder, and of course if you saw my Flosstube, I will be working on this piece. This is Coastal, and it's by Rozanne Bell, and it's charted and kitted by Geckorouge. Stitching this piece 1/1 full cross on some 25 count. And yeah, this stitch with me, I'm going to be going through your comments. I have a fair amount, which is nice. There we are, there. Okay. So yeah, I've done 30 stitches so far today. Come on, stop wobbling camera. Just the 30 so far, so we'll see how far we get, and as I said, I will be going through your comments. I have Andy with me. He is busy working away on his village idiot stuff. Hannah is in as well, so she will be getting up for work shortly. No Lauren. She stayed at a friend's last night and is off to college this morning. So hoping everybody is doing well. I'm not so bad. Just keep on going as you do. Or as ever, busy at work, but you know, it is what it is. Work's work. I get paid for it, so I crack on. Stitchy time is very, very important. Oh, a loop. There. I don't know if you can hear, it's absolutely throwing it down with rain today. Our weather forecast today is rain all day, so it's going to be a wet one. We're definitely turning autumnal. Bye bye summer, bye bye warm weather. Not that we had an awful lot of it anyway. There was only a few days really that Andy needed a fan on because he was so warm, and I was still sat here in my thick cardigan, much to his amusement. So but as I said, today I do have some comments to do as I stitch away on this lovely piece. So yeah, so we're going to kick off with some comments. Well, the first comment is on my Flosstube 36, and it's from Kelly, from Kelly's Quilts Plus, and she says, great Flosstube, congratulations on your first and big honking trophy. Yeah, it certainly is. That is a really good descriptive for it, actually, a big honking trophy. I was on a Zoom call yesterday with my boss, my immediate manager. I've not been on Zoom with her for a bit, and I said to her, I says, you know, because we were talking, and I said to her about it, and I said to her, would you like to see the trophy? And she said, oh yes please. And she was like, oh my god, that is enormous. And it is, I mean, it is huge. So, but we go. I've also got a frame for the certificate, so that is now in a frame so it can't get damaged or anything. So yeah, it sat on my hearth, my fireplace, so very happy about that. Okay. I think that's okay. Then Kelly comments back on a Sunday night live stream where I had Magpie out as my Sunday stitch. And she says, Magpie is looking so good. Stitching 3865 is boring as heck. Lovely result though. So it's worth it in the end. Yeah, absolutely. It is all good. I like to, on all of my stitch pieces, alternate between stitching, shall we say, an interesting section, and then going and stitching some confetti. It just means that both ends of the spectrum are looked after. All right, dear, that was a bit of a big sigh. So yeah, I alternate between confetti and block. My pieces that have that. Mean Magpie's got it, Bee's got it. Even things like this piece, Summer Sun. I think most of them have got, you know, some elements of that. Patricia sends me a message in her language, which I'm so rude I haven't gone and translated yet. Google Translate, please. Auto detect to English. So she says, very well done, you really deserve it. Thank you, Patricia. I like I said, you know, in my last week's video, I thought I'd missed the deadline for it, but I'm so glad I made it. Nice to have what I've done be seen and recognised. As I said, some of my friends who were Facebook friends have said they had actually been and seen it, which was quite nice. And surprisingly as well, people who you wouldn't necessarily think would be interested in something like cross stitch. So there's an aeroplane out there. Oh, I've got a good patch of this colour. Okay. Then our lovely Jane, Jane22 says, it is a spooky moon in Wishicat. Then she says, yes, you should enter the show again with another stitch. Also, you should keep mentioning this. It is a lovely piece. And telling the events again had me crying with joy for you. You celebrate, yes, celebrate as much as you want. You deserve it. Oh, thank you. I don't do competition or anything like that, you know, or enter into things. It's just absolutely not me. But I can, you know, certainly say that outside of, you know, my family, it's one of my proudest achievements. My stepdad came on Sunday and he saw the trophy for the first time, because he was here the previous Sunday, but of course I hadn't been up to the park, and he was pretty blown away as well. And again, he repeated what he'd said. He said, I've seen your work and it is really beautiful. And again, he is not the sort of demographic that you would expect that would appreciate, you know, something like cross stitch, which is a not a typically, well, let me put it this way, he's an 83-year-old man. The chances of him picking up a sewing needle are nil. But it's really nice that he appreciates, you know, the art in it as well, and you know, complimented me on what I'd done. So yeah, I was really touched. I've also heard from the lady who I did the wedding sampler for. Her daughter, within the week, had already got it up on her wall and was absolutely thrilled to bits with it. So I forgot to show it in my Flosstube this week, but I will get an image and show it next week. I say get an image, I've already got the image. I'll get the image to Andy so he can insert it in my Flosstube for next week. That's more like what I want to say. But the wedding went off beautifully. I've seen the pictures. The bride looked absolutely stunning. And yeah, the sausage burying helped. There was no rain. Still can't get over that. Burying a sausage apparently helps with the weather. I think we need a couple of pounds of sausages to make this lot go away. It's ridiculous at the moment. Will you check on Hannah, love, please? Yeah. Ta. Okay. Nancy Gafford says, congratulations on your beautiful trophy. Well deserved. Thank you, Nancy. It's, like I said, you know, I'm going to keep talking about it, but yeah, it is really good. Oh, there we go. Hannah's still suffering with her cold, so Let me just do a mark off. Don't want to get confused. Huge congratulations, well deserved, says Lone, who is a random stitcher. Thank you, Lone. It's your rake.
Yep.
Thank you. Tazrael the Elder says congratulations on the win. Thank you very, very much. Nice to see some new names popping up in the comments, guys. So do keep commenting. And then Crazy Stitcher, who is Lynn, says, so happy for your amazing accomplishment. Love the trophy. Thank you very much, Lynn. What's that?
Jaffa cakes from Sunday.
Oh, some Jaffa cakes. Okay. Alright. You're snackish. Worked up an appetite.
Careful, you're on a video.
I'm just talking about how much you've been buzzing about already this morning. Been busy, haven't you?
People are talking.
Andy's always busy early in the morning. Denise Gray says congratulations on your win, well deserved. Thank you, Denise. And again, Mrs. Miggins says congratulations on all your prizes, well deserved. Thank you, Mrs. Miggins. Oh, I've just managed to click off it. Flipping comments. YouTube can get a bit weird sometimes. Okay. There we go. Jane Home 1171 says also congratulations, well deserved. Thank you, Jane. And Linda, who is Linda Loves to Stitch, congratulations on your finish. Your pieces are coming along nicely. Take care. Thank you. So of course Christmas Cat is also a finish as well, so it was a really good week that week. I had a finish, I had a trophy, so yeah. Lisa Booth says, that's fun, Nicola. I'm so happy for you. Thank you, Lisa. And then, of course, Redline Handicraft has also echoed and says, congratulations on your trophy. Thank you. Okay. Let's just do another little mark off because I don't want to get confused. Yay for She Sleeps, says Laura. Well done and congratulations. Thank you, Laura. So, yeah, I really, really loved doing her in the end. In the beginning, it was hard to stitch She Sleeps. I wasn't really feeling it, but I just powered on, powered through, and I got there in the end. Okay, Deborah McEwen. My mouth can't wrap. It's my way around this lady's name. Deborah M. Congratulations on being a Rose Bowl winner. New subscriber, so no idea what your prize winning piece looks like. Would you be able to show it next week, please? And thank you. So, Deborah, if you're watching this, and you haven't seen my Flosstube number 37, I have shown it for you on there. So, wish granted and welcome. Always nice to have new subscribers on board. Okay. Roxanne Green says, congratulations on your awesome stitching, making first place and your bragging rights with the trophy. It's a beautiful piece. Thank you very much, Roxanne. Yeah, indeed, bragging rights. I have a trophy to babysit for 12 months. I don't think that's going to be a particularly hard job, though. It is a lovely trophy, I have to say. I didn't realise that in our town we had such nice silverware. Like I said to Andy, I said, I'm bringing home silverware and I don't even play sport. There's nobody less sporty than me. In fact, the only sport that I watch with any regularity is snooker. And that's not particularly active, is it, in the grand scheme of things? Erin's Make, so exciting, well deserved on your prize winning. Love the finish also, and that moon on Witchy Cat looks like it will be very worth it. Yeah, the moon on Witchy Cat is quite a lot of colours. It doesn't particularly look like it, but there's a lot of colours in that. So yeah, and it's one of those that there are patches of block stitching, and then in between them there's lots of confetti. So it gives me both stitching types, doesn't it? I've been working on the charm on the cat's collar this week, and as of Tuesday night I was at about 35%. I think it was 35-36%. Let me check. Witchy cat. 36.7%. So I am getting in the stitchy miles on it, which is always good. Rain is starting up again. Congratulations on a well-deserved win, says Copy and Cross Stitch Nicola. I hope you have space for a trophy that size. I wouldn't have. I have quite a big hearth in my living room. I think it's going to live on there, unless I have a tidy up where I do my filming, and see if I can put it on the shelf behind me. I'd like to have a tidy up in that area, I think, anyway. So I might just do that when I get my week off in a couple of weeks' time. Or I might even start this weekend, because I am unbusy on Saturday, believe it or not, for the first time in a few weeks. I also want to have a look through my kit stash and do a de-stash as well, I think. Because I tend to do more, the full coverage stuff now rather than kit stuff. If I have a hankering for smaller pieces, I've got loads of magazines, and also obviously doing the model stitching. That is also giving me the small pieces, although she did say that the publication I've been stitching for is going to be coming to an end, so we just have to keep our eyes and ears open for the next one. She asked me if I did anything else other than cross stitch, and I'm like, well, I can knit and crochet, but not to magazine quality, and I can't, I'm a fairly tight knitter and a fairly loose crocheter. And I'm not very good at tension and gauge and stuff, so I know practice makes perfect, but I am far too busy doing my cross stitch to go and to do knitting and crochet. I got some knitting wool earlier this year, and I haven't really looked at it, what to do really. Okay. Love your stitching, says Lydia Samut. Congratulations and thanks for sharing. Thank you. Then Helena sorry, not Helena. I do apologise. My eyes haven't woken up yet. Jenna Cook says, congratulations, you deserve it. I love watching your channel. I did get to see you finish She Sleeps. I was cheering when it was done. So, for those of you that are new around here, because I do the 2 weekly live streams. Good morning, Hannah. Morning. I do a live stream on Sunday night and I do a live stream on a Wednesday. And if I am ready to finish a piece, I save it and I actually do the finish on the Wednesday live stream, because you guys have all helped and supported me along my stitchy journey, so I think it's nice to share that finish with you on the live stream. So I've done it a few times now. Did it with She Sleeps, I did it with Mary Princess, I did it with Symphony, I've done it with Christmas Cat. I think I might be missing one somewhere, but I can't remember. Oh yeah, Autumn Waltz. So yeah, I like to share the finishes with you guys, because you guys are cheering me on as I do these pieces weekly. So doing the finish with you seems for me to be the sensible option and the nice thing to do. How are you feeling this morning, kid?
Up and down.
Up and down. Okay. Did you have a good night's sleep?
Not bad actually. It's not going to go in bed that alright. Great.
Good. To wrap up today, it's raining. Okay, let me just do a mark off. Congratulations, say Stitch Kitty. Great progress on your whips. Thank you. And Jenny from Jenny Crochet Zone also says, oh wow, congratulations.
Geckorouge, can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
Can you hold this bag?
I can hold the bag. What do you want me to hold it for?
You'll see. Just hold it open.
I think she's wanted to put something in it.
Is that a fit?
I don't think it will.
That's it.
Thank you. Little Jessie's leaving.
I know, little Jess is leaving. Okay. Patrizia on live stream Wednesday leaves me some hearts. Thank you, Patrizia. And Beginner Crafter says on again, back to Flosstube 36. Endry looks lovely. I can't wait to get to mine to around 40%. And I love all of the Lord of the Whips, the Rings whips. And congratulations. Thank you very much. Okay. Seem to be going, doing quite well on this one today. Nicola says, Kelly, you get a good amount done on the shelf on the stitch and shelf stitch with me. It looks great and a lot of colours for what looks like light grey in the mock-up. Yep. So my stitch and shelf, being a regular size max colour, has about 240 colours in it. And you know, lots of the shading, of course, is much more in depth than a 90 colour piece. So
I don't think this one you have to move for it.
what do you want now?
Right. I've had my tablets. I haven't had my cough medicine yet. So I have my breakfast first. Look when it moves to breakfast. Just remind me before I go back upstairs and get dressed to take my cough medicine.
Hannah, you are responsible for yourself as an adult. Right, okay, Enid leaves me a wave on my stitch and shelf stitch with me. Thank you, Enid. You need to be a bit more self-reliant. And Linda from who is Linda Loves to Stitch, says, I enjoyed stitching with you. Your whip is gorgeous. Thank you, Linda.
Oh, that's fun.
No idea, I've not seen it. You can leave it upstairs.
Looks like it, yes.
Oh, there you go then.
I'll be back.
Okay. Okay, Daphne Chamberlain says congratulations on your finish and your awards. Thank you, Daphne. And Turtle Stitcher says, I'm so chuffed with your win. I'm very proud to know you even over the internet. Congratulations. Oh, thank you for that. It's been so nice today. I've seen lots of new names are coming up in these comments. It's lovely. Okay. That's the shades of blue in this filling in.
Oh, my eyes is stuck to the top of the box.
Oh, Patricia on my stitching shelf leaves me some hearts. Thank you, Patricia. And back to my Flosstube. So Kathy 5839 says, congratulations. I'm so pleased for you. Well deserved. Thank you, Kathy. Okay. Mona, and I did a stitch with me with Cosmic Marbles. Mona says, I love all your stitching. That chart is so pretty. Yep, and I'm just loved stitching marbles on this rotation because the first Tiger's Eye one started to come out. Quite exciting. Yeah, it was lovely to see it. And then Mona also comments to say, I'm not sure what the hype is or does either, but if you slide the hype to the right, you can get the comments. At least it works for me. I haven't really had an opportunity to look into what this hype is, but I did have another comment about it recently. So it's something to do with the more hype points you get, the more boosted you are in YouTube, you know, kind of thing. So, you know, if it helps get me out there and you're able to do it, please do it. So yeah, it's certainly interesting. It's another something new that YouTube's done. Like with the live streams, they now have, you know, sort of top commenters. So obviously this is something that they have introduced for regular commenting. So I don't know the reasons behind it, and we certainly didn't get any notification of it, you know, no email or anything about it. It just seems to have appeared. But yeah, I don't know very much about it at all. Again on my Cosmic Marbles, Enid leaves me a wave. Thank you, Enid. Poor Enid's been unwell this week after her, I think there's a shingles vaccine. Not the most pleasant thing, and I hope you're feeling better, Enid. Okay. Chris Evans on Cosmic Marbles. The greens in this piece are lovely, but there is something about a combination of emerald greens using envy that really pleases my eye. Yes, I agree. The greens in envy are incredibly vibrant. These ones, the ones in Cosmic Marbles, seem to be sort of more on the yellow side of shades of green. You know, the ones with the yellowish element in them.
How can you have a yellow green?
Right, did you ever do painting at school? You know when you mixed up green with blue and yellow? If you add more yellow, it becomes a yellow green. If you add more blue, it becomes a darker green.
You're talking talking a while back now.
Well, there you go. I'm talking a hell of a lot longer from when I was in school, kid. But yeah, I agree with what you're saying there. But the Ember greens are very, very vibrant indeed. They're more of an emerald green, and they're bright green too. Yeah, it's all about colour mixing, Hannah. Yeah, I mean, how do you think we get like shades of paint? We add in different colours to change the shade.
We get different colours of paint by magic.
Okay then. Get different colours of paint by nipping down to B&Q and seeing what they've got. Anyway, Cosmic Marbles, says Kelly, is such a fun piece. It will be interesting to see the other coloured marbles appearing. Yep. It'll go down, as I go down the first sort of 100 stitch wide column, we'll get to the seeing nose. And different colours coming out. I have Cosmic Marbles ready, kitted up and ready to go, says Karen Ennis. I have too many whips to start it though just yet. I'm starting to build up another stash of new starts. Although with the 20 odd whips I've got going at the moment, I'm not doing another Starter-palooza like I did this year. For sure, definitely not. Get these numbers down. So many whips, that's the problem. So many lovely charts. Daphne leaves me a couple of sewing needles, and Patricia leaves me some hearts. Then our lovely Celia, who watches football, sets off a playlist going and stitches away on stitching shelf. Leaves me the relevant emojis, so football and a kitty cat and a sewing needle and a heart, and then she does it also on my Rivendell that stitch with me that I released recently as well. So thank you, Celia. But yeah, if I do have my videos organised into playlists, so you can just set one off.
Wow.
And keep watching. Bye. Pesky child. Listen to that cough. Not particularly deep one. Needs to cough deep to clear her lungs. Okay. On Sunday stream, Karen Ennis leaves me some hearts, and Daphne some needles, and Patricia also leaves me some hearts. Thank you very much, the three of you ladies. Kids will be washed out going to school this morning. This rain. The 40. Came down this morning, I was like, quite cold. Not be long and the heating will be going on. And some bing bongs. Who are you talking to, Hannah? The cat? Oh, she's talking to the cat. Okay. So we are not far away. Oh, in fact, we are at the last comment already. Maybe I had less than I thought, or I've just gone through them a bit quicker than I thought. So the last comment is from Monique, and it is on my Amy Stewart Stitch With Me. And Monique says, lovely stitching again. I stitched on Jungle Montage with you. I will not reach 500,000 stitches a year. I am happy to get to 150,000. Yep. Everybody's different, Monique. I'm blessed with time that a lot of people don't have, and I get that, which means I can, stitch a lot. And of course, there's lots of things. I'm an early riser, two-handed stitcher, working from home, and we're very fortunate to have a supportive Andy. So, yeah, all good. Everybody's different. Some people get lots and lots of stitches in. Some people get much less. It's all down to how much time you have, more than anything. Count my lucky stars every day. I hope you're in the bathroom. running away again. Oh yes, she is, I can hear her. I'd like some more drinks, please, sweetheart, if I can. So yeah, so that's the end of my comments. So thank you very much indeed for those of you who have left me a comment this week. It's always lovely to sit and go through these comments on the Stitch With Me's. So yeah, thank you all very, very much. Got about half an hour still, so I'm gonna stitch, and if I can think of anything to say, I will say. It's gonna be one of those. It's almost like another little ASMR and bonus ASMR stitchy session for about the next half hour. Thanks, love. Not quite sure what's coming in here, but it's a bit exciting to find out. Andy and I are looking forward to a couple of days away. A couple of weeks' time. We're down to Norfolk. It's our wedding anniversary, so a little trip away, just the two of us. It'd be nice. He's going to do some of his TVI stuff. I'm going to enjoy the sea and some stitching. Excuse me. And relax. Which will be rather good. Okay, next colour. Few stitches of 28. A few different shades in now, which is nice. Ah, thank you, my love. Oh. Awesome. Come on, open it. There we go. This is definitely a day here today to get wrapped up. What do you think, love? The rain is clunking away, coming down the chimney. Little boy from next door has started nursery school or infant school, one or the other, and they have been walking to school. It's only around the corner, literally around the corner, a 2-minute walk. I don't think he'll like it very much this morning, because normally when they leave the house they go in the car. For the first couple of days Dad was at home, they all went out together. It's going to be fun today. See how he reacts to the rain. He's a little boy that likes to get his own way, and unfortunately it appears, now don't live in that house, we don't know for sure, but it does appear that his parents do tend to give in to him. And certainly for the last couple of days we've heard a fair bit of shouting going on in the morning from him. Don't think he likes to get into a school uniform. Somebody else is having a shout out there this morning.
Yeah.
Looks like the weather appears to be a source of annoyance. You talking to the cat?
No. Hello, here. Look.
Very nice.
It's a bit soggy out there.
Yeah, make sure that you wrap up.
I've got spare clothes. Besides, I wrap up too much, it'll be too warm. Too sweaty.
Well, yeah, but if you don't wrap up, you might make your cough and cold worse.
Well, I'm wrapped up anyway. Got my card, I've got a big coat on. That's the long one.
Bit of balance on it, bit of balance, isn't it?
This one when I say put on, it looks like a duvet on me. I'm not doing look.
Yeah, I know, but mine's the same. It looks like a duvet, but it looks like a massive duvet.
See, look.
Yes,
Look how big
Hannah, I know. You don't need to
Whoa,
look
that's
again.
wrong, it's not.
My goodness. Not going to be cold, are you? Was that the coat you got from New Look?
No, it's the one that Laura gave me.
Oh.
The one from New looks smaller. But up to me.
Alright.
Okay, wish me luck.
Good luck. Not that you need it. You'll be fine. Don't get too wet. Gosh, I got a right look there just as she's gone out the door. Can hear it on conservatory roof. It's making quite a racket. Oh, it sounds like it's slowed down. I have a feeling that this rain might come in waves. Heavier than light and heavier than light. What do you think, love? Trying to use up this thread because it's only a short piece. There we go. Piece at last. She's gone. Hannah does do a lot of relying on us. She should be being more independent. It's a reminder to do something in about 5 minutes time. No. I mean, Hannah has an autism diagnosis, which I know can create, you know, issues of its own, but I want her to be more self-reliant, and she is. So she just needs reminding that she's an adult and that she's responsible for herself. What say you, love?
Mm-hmm.
I think at 23 years old, she doesn't need reminding to take some cough medicine in 5 minutes' time, do you? That's ridiculous. I've got quite a few of these blocks filled in. This is the, well, 3 blocks now completely filled. No, 2 and a bit blocks completely filled in. And once this one is done, there'll be 3 and a bit blocks. Might get this done on this session. Hey, I've just realised, Andy, you know, after me expressing my opinion, shall we say, I never heard from Optical Express again.
I'm not surprised after the mouthful you gave them.
Well, I didn't give them a mouthful. I asked them where the fire was.
They will have seen it as a mouthful.
Oh, well, they can see it however they want. I asked them where the fire was. And do they not think that it was ridiculous, the amount of calls I was being bombarded with over a bank holiday weekend?
Yeah, I agree it was wrong.
No, never heard from him again. Which is good, because I'll make an appointment in my own time when I'm good and ready, and it might not be with them. What I might do is I might go online and have a Google and ask some questions, because I have these varifocal lenses and ask, you know, where they're better, you know, where I still get the same lenses but I don't pay through the flipping nose, because they are expensive. And also I know that my eyes are important. Balancing my wallet is as well. A few scammers on the calls again lately, trying to do the rounds. So they've been doing the, oh, you have a problem with your internet connection, please allow us remote access so we can solve it. Nope. It's quite fun hearing Lauren answer those calls now, because she'll say, who are you and where are you calling from, and I'll answer her. And she'll say, okay, prove it to me. Tell me who pays the bill. Because if you can't tell me, she uses a few choice words and basically accuses them of being a scammer. And it's quite quickly then that they hang up. They're very clever because they don't speak to you at first, then they get you on the back foot when they do eventually speak to you. So by that point, you're just at the point that you want to get them off the phone. So they think that you'll do anything for them, really. I watched something, I think it might have been on Netflix, about somebody who had somebody who set out to catch a scammer. And they actually went overseas, and they actually pinned down where this scammer was. It was someplace in Nigeria. And I went and fronted them out, which was enormous, really. But dangerous, of course. You send me money, or I send this photograph or that photograph. Romance scams and things, you know, where they get you to send in a slightly fruity picture of yourself. And then the next thing you know, they're blackmailing you. you remember that one a few years ago? Andy was an ice hockey player, I think. Got a picture of him after he'd had a one-night stand with somebody. And it was, you pay me such and such, or I'll tell whoever that, you know, you slept with me. And he went, that's fine, carry on. I'm a single man. I've got nothing to hide. You know, the fact that I slept with you doesn't mean a thing. It's a one-night stand. Everybody has them. It was brilliant. But yep, scammers are definitely trying to get more and more sophisticated, so always be on your guard. It's very easy for them to manipulate you into letting that guard slip as well. My stepdad very nearly got caught out, and then he realised, oof, and if you can imagine an 83-year-old man who uses the F word like it's a comma, he put them in their place quite dramatically for him. He likes them when they say, oh, we've got some compensation for you, we just need your bank details, and he's like, okay, you've got some compensation, that's great, can you send me a cheque in the post? Oh, no, we don't do it like that, we only do it by sending bank details. It's like, well, I'm not doing that. You either send me a cheque in the post or you can keep the money. I really don't care. They're never genuine. Never genuine. I think she might be able to get to work without getting too wet, Andy. It seems to have slowed up quite a lot out there.
Yeah.
Five stitches left in this square, but there's 4 colours, so I doubt very much if I'll finish this square on this session. We've only got a few minutes to go. But still, we've done quite well. We're up over 400 stitch, or almost 400 stitches at the moment. I've done 330 by the time I started filming, so I've done okay stitch wise. A good patch of stitches done. Yeah, this thread's going to take me into this one, so 63. Okay, so that's a good spot. I'll just zoom out a touch. 410 stitches done altogether, so 380 during my time this morning, which is nice. So filled in up to about here, and then some more stitches going in there. So yeah, happy days, happy with that. So I'm going to end this video with my usual reminders. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so. Subscribing is free. There's no cost at all involved with that. And on the subscribe drop down, if you select all notifications, you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I release a regular schedule of a Flosstube on a Tuesday, Stitch with me Thursday and Saturday, and I live stream at 7:30 PM UK time on Sundays and Wednesdays. So if you can join me for any of those, that would be absolutely amazing. But for today, thank you guys very much indeed for watching. Take care, happy stitching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.